I'm sleepy.
Did you always sleep?
Always. And I can smell that alcohol from that. Oh!
Yes.
It's strong.
But I'm not drunk.
No, I know, but it's strong.
You know, I still get a little bit of...
I want you to get your livers checked out, baby.
Get a little bit of...
strong.
Strong, man. I don't want no things.
What you got else? What else? Is just that in there?
And lemonade. A little bit of lemonade. You know, so just a little cocktail. Yeah. You know, a little cocktail to loosen the things up around here. What's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. Now listen, y'all know I ain't asked y'all to do this for a long time. But what I'm going to ask is that I want this video to get at least 2,000 likes. So that means if you're watching on your cell phone, there is a like button. If you're watching on the iPad or the tablet, there's a like button. If you're watching at the computer, click the like button. I want to see this video get at least 2,000 likes. And also, please share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you choose to share our videos. Please share them there. Tell them to watch our show. I need to turn this TV off. Look at you. Look at lost and stolen guns. Oh my God. Anyway, it's crazy how that cop survived, even with the man shooting him in the car like that. Sorry. So yeah, share videos to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you choose to share our videos. If you're watching for the first time, excuse me, I hope that you click that subscribe button. Want to give a shout out to the Shade Room one more time for posting our video on their Instagram. Now this is what happened. Now Mikkel posted the video of him going off on his Instagram. A Beyonce fan site picked up on the video, and then they tagged the video like it was their video, but it was a Scorpion Show's video. Okay, so then maybe a couple days later, the Shade Room gets a hold of the video.
Well, the video had actually been circulating on other people's Instagrams, so go ahead.
So the Shade Room got one of the video, and then the Shade Room posted the video. But this is my thing. Now, the Shade Room is always known to hashtag whatever video information they have or whatever notes that they have from anybody's Twitter. So, you know, I think it was a great thing that we were on there, but to not get the proper recognition on the Shade Room, you know, that just threw me off a little, because it's like, you know, people telling y'all put our name on there, and then y'all tag somebody named Scorpion King. I don't know who the hell that is. But it's just like, it's still great that we got out there, because now people, when they actually find us on YouTube, like, oh my God, they are the guys that were on the Shade Room. But I still thank the Shade Room for posting our videos on there, but that just let me know that, yes, we really need to add watermarks on our video, and that's like, that is a pain in the ass, but I'm going to have to put them on there. Like a little watermark, just let people know this is where the video was found. But it's still a good thing. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm being a bitch about it. But I just wish that we had the proper recognition for the video being on there. And then Vibe put it on their website, and you just told me today that our video was on
Ryan Seacrest's Facebook page. Somebody sent me the link, or sent me the screenshot of it on his page, or whatever the case may be. So, shout out to Ryan Seacrest. But there is a but. They quoted what I said. I have not heard any new music other than Formation. Kevin said with passion. But you know what? That's God getting me back. You want to know why that's God getting me back? Because every time I go to these fast food places and they say, your name please, I always say Kevin.
Really?
I always say Kevin, because Kevin is much easier to spell than it is Mikkel. And I don't like when I see my name misspelled. Well, so I always say Kevin. Well, and I used to tell people Kevin was my name too, when I would give people my number that I knew I was never going to talk to them.
Oh, Lord. But you gave them your number?
No, I would give them the Chinese store's number. And
oh, my God. You tried it. Yeah. He literally, really tried it.
Well, you know what I would do sometimes? Because people are sneaky. Yes, a lot of times I would give them the Chinese store number, but a lot of times, because people are sneaky and they catch on, I would give them my number, let them call me, and if they decide to call me later on and they ask for Kevin, I'd be like, oh, you got the wrong number.
But see, I don't got to give out no fake names.
I don't give out no numbers no more, nothing like that. But yes, those were my glory days when I was young.
And just wait till you get over that hill in a couple more months.
Yeah, well,
hey.
Over what hill?
Wait till you get over that hill. Yes. So,
Kevin and I did an interview yesterday.
Yes.
And the interviewer asked us how old we were, and Kevin told her how old he was, and then I told her how old I was, and then there was this loud guffaw from Kevin. I mean, he just could not stop laughing, and I could not understand what was so funny about me telling her my age, and she didn't understand what was so funny either. She and I were both so confused, you know. I think 27 is a great age.
It is a great age to keep telling.
Yes.
A great lie. Like I'm halfway there or I'm not sure.
Right. I'm not sure if I'm there yet or whatever the case may be. But it's a beautiful thing because people
December
really...
12th, you're going to know.
Yeah, well, no, December 12th, I will know that, yes, I'm going to be 28. And I'm like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? It's like, oh, my God. I'm getting so...
Lord, help them. Y'all better love your age.
Yes, y'all better love it, baby.
When I was coming out, baby.
A
lot of people get me.
I already hate when I hear people say old head this, old head that.
Oh,
Somebody called me old head just recently too. I'm trying to think where the hell was I at, and some guy said old head, and it's just like wow. I told you the first time somebody called me old head, the guy was walking past and he asked me what time it was, and he was like, old head, you got the time? And I was just like.
Now I want to consider you no old head.
No, but you know, some of these young guys, you know, and they're so they're so young, but they look so damn old. But I guess to them, you know, you always wonder how you look to other people. You ever wonder that? Like, how do I look to other people? When they look at me, what age do they say?
Now I don't even worry about the age.
I do.
No. I just want to make sure my hands not ashy. Like how I'll be at home, like my feet be ashy and stuff. Like how I am at home, I don't want to be on the street. You know, when I'm chilling, they be like, but your feet, my feet is ashy, so what? Like, I'm home. I'm chilling. I'm relaxed. I'm comfortable. I like to be comfortable. Don't do that, Mikkel, because you got real quiet.
No, I didn't listen.
Like, if y'all want to hear my feet, listen. If I want to do that, that's what I do at home.
Let's just go do it again. Do it again. No, do it one more time.
I don't want to start no fight.
Listen. Those are actually his feet that you can hear. It sounds like sandpaper. Those are his feet.
I don't want to start no fire under this table.
No, I don't know.
But listen, y'all.
You couldn't get in my bed with those.
Shut the fuck up.
Brown
I wear
things.
socks.
You should. I hope you wear socks when you get in your date's bed.
Socks.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Because I know some of them are paying, but
when I go out,
paying.
you tried it. But I mean, it's a good thing that I'm getting paid if I ain't get paid. I'm not paying.
Well, Desperate Measures calls
Desperate
Times calls.
Like I said, when I'm 60 and if I'm not tied down and I gotta do what I gotta do,
then you pay.
Hey,
listen, you pay. Listen,
shit, I'm 60. A lot of these men be giving away their checks to these girls.
Well, listen, Desperate Times calls for Desperate Measures, and if they paying for you already, it must be Desperate Times. Over.
But some you got to see some of these. You got to see some of these apps. These girls be. Like I only need $30. Like bitch, I'm not that desperate.
Well, some of them only need
$30, and that's how much you value yourself. $30.
Well, listen, some of them only value themselves. Let me tell you something. If that's how much you value yourself, then you go right ahead. But what Kim Kardashian said, you don't put a bumper sticker on the Bentley. you don't get me for no $30.
Only need $30. Excuse you?
No, I only need for you to get out of my face.
Y'all better stop putting your bodies out there. Because y'all know people be screen capping that shit and posting them all online.
Well, they don't care. That's why they put it out there. But that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, but I know that's not what we're talking about today. Let's get into these topics. See, that's our problem right here.
No, it's your
we
problem.
just had a nice little talk.
We sure did. We just went off the topic.
So, I know Mikkel didn't see Love and Hip Hop Atlanta last night because he had some church duties to attend to, but I seen it. And it's not going to be that long on what I'm going to talk about. It's not. Because, what's her name? Ciara, Tommy, and Scrap, and KK,
and the whole fucking
they all need to go. Now, fast. I don't understand why in the magical world of Mona, she thought that KK and the fam would be good for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Because we already have Stevie J and Jocelyn, and Stevie J fucking who we want to fuck, and then Jocelyn get mad, or Jocelyn and Mimi. We don't need the same storyline on the same show. And that's what I'm getting, the vibe that I'm getting. Because at the end we seen Scrap meeting up with Stevie J, like Stevie J can offer him some advice. Like, I just didn't get that. And, you know, the girls were fighting. They were fighting at the little party for, what's her name? Mimi and the new girl, and Chris. Well, excuse me, Chris. You know, she was really upset about that. And so Arian and Mimi's moving, or we're not. She's moving. And I did not know Arian was a lesbian. I did not know.
Arian who?
I did not know. From Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Mimi's girl, best friend?
Arian. I did not know she was a lesbian. I didn't know. But I always figured that her and Mimi was always doing something.
Kevin, I think it was either last season or the season before last.
She admitted.
She said that she was gay.
About it.
Remember she said she was gay at one thing and Mimi got mad at her, whatever the case may be?
But see, I just never paid her no mind.
Remember how I used to, when they first introduced her, I used to always tweet about her being gay because it was just something about her that came off as being gay. And sometimes it's hard to spot a gay woman, but for her, it was not hard for me at all. But I cannot believe you didn't know she was gay.
I think most, never mind. Let me say nothing. Say most women. Oh Lord.
But say it. But just stay on topic.
Yeah, stay on topic. Yeah, stay on topic. So anyway, you know, Arian seems a little jealous about Mimi and her new girlfriend Chris. So they're having a conversation, and you know, Arian is asking all kind of improper questions about what she do sexually and all this and that. It was just improper. And then they started having this conversation that Chris said that she don't feel like a female. She feels like she's a male. So she says that I identify with being I identify with being a male, so I'm gonna call myself a male. And I just found it weird that her and Mimi, they're saying that, oh, well, Mimi, you know, she's not in a lesbian relationship because she's a male and all this and that. And I'm just like, y'all need to stop playing because y'all are confusing me on this fucking show. And
well, listen, I'm not going to go there.
Yes, because we're not trying to have this long conversation. I just said in her mind, I'm going to let her live that life.
Well, that's how a lot of people feel confused when other people say certain things like that. You're like, wait a minute. What?
Like,
but I thought that Chris was that's how a lot of them, some of them still have their dicks. But hey, but I mean, come on.
Hey,
listen, what's good for the goose is good. No. Chasing Destiny does not come on today.
It come on tonight, 10 o'clock.
Oh, does it? Oh.
Yes.
But yes. But you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it can be a little confusing for some folks.
Yes.
But what I will say is that I'm a little shocked that, well, then I can't be too shocked because most butch females like to identify themselves as a
She's the first one that I've ever seen.
Well, she's not the first one that I've seen. Well, I didn't see her say it, but she's not the first one that I've heard say that because I have a friend who is a butch, and not only does she identify herself with a man, but she wears
the dick. Little dildo. Excuse me. Let's be professional.
And I'm not saying this because she told me. I'm saying this because I saw with my own
her walking with it around.
One day we was all talking and and then before you know it, we started getting on a conversation. It was a group of us, and she unzipped her pants and pulled it out. We were just like, what's his name? Smokey and Craig on Friday. Damn!
Yeah.
What's that? You walk around with that boy? It was a and that's when I learned about certain things that some of them are having sexual intercourse with another female, and you thinking like, well, how are you
getting pleasure?
And she said that some of them, the strap-on one, some of them have like a little vibrator under it for
okay.
It's a lot going on.
But wait, go ahead, let's educate the girls.
Because I was educated that day and I was shocked. I didn't even want to get educated. I went back home to the shower and I didn't even have sex that day. I was just like, oh, I feel so dirty.
That's because I always want. And then this Christian said, I don't like my female. She don't like her titties touched or her pussy. Anything that reminds her that she's a female, she don't like it being touched sexually.
So then what does she do sexually when they're having sex?
Hey, that's the same thing Arian said. But I said, you need to mind your business because you're my girlfriend. You don't need to know that kind of stuff. What the fuck wrong with you? I'm my girlfriend.
Or are they having sex? Or is this just a storyline? Just to keep me on the show. Okay, because let me tell you something. After Mimi's storyline died when her and Jocelyn made up. Because once her and Jocelyn made up, there was no more.
And found out they had a threesome.
And there was no storyline for
them having it anyway.
A lot of people are trying to figure out why is Mimi still on the show, and she's still on the show because of This particular story. Yes.
Who's that?
Tiana Taylor's man.
Oh, wait a minute!
Come on and go.
Girl. Bitch, how you scream that? Send that to me. Let me get it first. Why would you get on Instagram with an eggplant like that? Why would you do that? Why?
There's a
Ciara. Now you want to have all the girls and the boys. Because I'm coming. So
with me.
but
There's something.
I need to stop being a mess on this show.
You do need to stop being a mess.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a thought, these days. Especially, never mind. So let's get back to the story. Okay, so they had their little interaction. That's the last time you see me. Now what I want to talk about, I don't really care about the scrap situation, the baby mom thing, because it's Stevie J 2.0. And so we get to Tammy meeting the new transgender female on the show, D. Smith. Allegedly, this is how they meet her walking in the fashion show, and Tammy is so infatuated with D. Smith walking the runway, and I thought she was walking horrible. She meets up with her and like, I want to meet with you. I want you to walk on my fashion line, all this good shit. So she's like, well, I know that your man, what's his name? Waka Flocka, that he, make sure you send me that picture or the video, and that he has some comments about the transgender community. And she's like, no, he was saying his opinion about what he thought about Caitlyn Jenner and such. I didn't hear his words on the radio, so I can't comment on them.
Yeah, I didn't hear him.
So, whatever the case may be, D. Smith says in her confession, instead of telling Tammy, well, because they got a child. She has a child that's 10 years old, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
And she was saying that her child was asking her what's a transgender, and she was like, she's not ready to have those conversations. And D. Smith said like, well, you should be having those conversations with your children, all this and that. Now, you can't really tell nobody what kind of conversation they can be having with their children, but it is 2016. But if you feel like your child is not ready to hear that conversation, then you don't have to have that conversation with your child. And I thought that was a little bit disrespectful from D. Smith to say that in the confessional and not to Tammy's face, because bitch, she's right there explaining to you everything. Y'all could have had a good conversation about it. So there's this other girl, D. Smith. She's like, well, I'll think about it. So D. Smith, they introduced this other girl, not Billy Idol, bitch. What's her name? Betty Idol. Betty Idol. No, I said Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
Is he still alive? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, Billy Idol. So Billy Idol, she fucks with Scrap now, and Scrap and Bambi got a little thing going on. Also, Bambi walked that fashion show. So
wait, what Scrap? Scrappy or
Scrappy? Scrappy.
Oh, okay.
Scrappy and Bambi.
Scraps.
Yes. So she got a little problem with. I guess she got a problem. Bambi and Tammy is good girlfriends. And now that this is gonna be her fucking Billy Idol. Now that Billy Idol's in the picture, she's friends with D. Smith. So she got a problem with Tammy because Tammy got a problem with Bambi or whatever the case may be. So D. Smith's like, I want you to come sit with me at the little thing. Sit with me at this while we meet with Tammy and stuff. So Billy Idol, her whole thing was, and you're not even relevant to have a fashion line, and she was just coming at Tammy from the gate.
Billy Idol.
Yeah, and she's like, your man don't even like transgender people or the transgender community. He's running his mouth. I don't think he cares about
Is Betty Idol a transgender or no?
No, I don't think she's well. These days you don't know. But she was like when D. Smith said, well, I need to see her because I haven't seen her. She's been on the DL lately. So I was thinking about Betty. So I'm thinking like, well, is she? I didn't know. But then when she said she was dating Scrappy, I was like, well, no, Scrappy ain't gonna handle a storyline like that.
No.
Well, with these girls, you never know.
For the right chat.
In the magical world of Mona, anything can happen.
Listen, and they will convince you by the end of the season that nothing never happened.
So Tammy and the girl, they begin to fight, and they cut off from there. You know how they always do. As soon as the drink gets thrown,
they cut it off.
Next week on, this was a cute episode, but I'm missing Jocelyn and I'm missing Stevie J and all of that stuff. I feel like the Scrappy 2.0, the Stevie J 2.0 storyline that's getting over real fast, and I don't like the KK business and all of them girls. Like, it just seems like a mother that's trying to get in her child's business, and I don't understand how Tommy and this KK, how they can be so close, but you saying, yeah, I sit on your son's dick every night. Like, how can you have that conversation with somebody's mother and then do it on television?
Yes.
And something I didn't know is Tommy had 32 fucking mugshots. It was all over Instagram.
Yeah, I posted
Twitter,
it.
Instagram.
Yeah, I posted it.
But she looks like she's innocent.
What?
She looks innocent and dumb. I mean,
In the mugshots?
Tommy. No, I'm just saying. She
On the
looks
show.
innocent and dumb.
Well, that's good makeup. And the Wonder Woman. She got some good makeup work. I'm telling you. Yeah, I would look innocent too.
Oh my God, it's just a hot ass mess.
But, these are the type of people that Mona Scott recruits.
Yes.
And another thing, I just want to say this. We all know that these shows are a mess, and we all know that Mona Scott is a mess. Mm-hmm. But I really think that we should stop blasting and going off on Mona Scott Young. And I'm going to tell you why.
She's smart.
She's a smart woman, but this is the thing. We can't blast Mona Scott for having these type of people on television, but then turn around and tune in every week. Mm-hmm. Because what's going to happen is Mona Scott's going to say, well, y'all blasting, but the ratings keep getting higher.
And making her pockets fat.
Week after week. And I'm making money off of this. Mm-hmm. So whether or not you, small group of people, don't like it, there's a large amount of people that do. And the ratings are... let me tell you something.
That's what they say about
numbers
wrestling.
Don't lie.
Wrestling is fake, but so many people watch it and go to the events. So, yeah, I mean, Mona Scott knows what she's doing. I think she needs to change the storylines up a little bit. Make them a little bit more interesting.
Make them a little bit more
Because being gay and transgender, that's not new no more. She needs to do something.
But it's not new anymore, but it's new for this type of show.
For this series.
Yeah, for this type of show, because we have not seen a transgender on any of these type of
and I don't think that
shows like this.
And with what's her name, with Milan and the other one, they both were two people thirsty for fame, like it wasn't real.
Yeah, it wasn't real.
It wasn't like, oh yeah, this is real. Because where's Milan not performing nowhere? I didn't even see him advertised for any of the gay functions going on. And we got Philly Black Gay Pride coming up, and he's not on anything. I seen that Miles is on something, but Miles is not the musician. Milan is.
Miles was just the boyfriend.
Allegedly. Allegedly came out.
Husband.
And had the sister crying.
And had the sister crying.
Kevin, don't do that.
And telling him that that's not how he was raised and all this old other bullshit.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out for the life of me how they didn't know he was already gay.
Yeah.
But that's neither here or there.
And I can't comment on Waka Flocka until I hear about it. So I'm going to shut my mouth about that.
Shut my mouth about
But since we're on the subject of LGBT, following from Love and Hip Hop, we're going to go into Bruce Springsteen. On Friday, Bruce Springsteen canceled an upcoming concert that he had going on in North Carolina because he did not agree with the anti-LGBT bill that was passed there. You got more on the story.
Yeah, well, to follow up, yes, this whole bathroom law that is basically saying that if you were born a certain sex and you now live another sex or another lifestyle, you have to use the restrooms of the sex that you were originally born. So if you're a transgender woman, you're living your life as a woman, but you were born a man, they're saying that regardless of the lifestyle you're living now, you must use the men's bathrooms and vice versa. And so a lot of people are up in arms about that, including a lot of musicians. And this all is stemming from not just this bathroom law, but this whole law with the passing where if you are a religious business owner in certain southern states, they're passing this law, this bill that says if you are a religious business owner, you have a right to deny service to anybody in the LGBT community because of your religious belief and whatnot. And I find that so disheartening. It's sickening. One of the things that really got my attention last night, CNN, Anderson Cooper did this town hall with presidential candidate John Kasich. Now, a lot of you may not be familiar with John Kasich because he's not doing very well in the polls at all. He's only won one state throughout this whole entire primary season, and it's the state that he's from, Ohio.
And he still won't drop out.
And he still won't drop out. He is a Republican, and he, was asked about this, and he's Christian or whatever the case may be. And he said that he feels as though that this particular bill is wrong. It's dead wrong. And he said, as a Christian, he said, now listen, I may not agree with a certain lifestyle of someone, but I certainly am not going to tell someone, you know, that because you are a certain type of way that somehow you should not serve people, your business should not serve them. And he said, you know, because this draws an even bigger wedge between people. And he said, listen, the Supreme Court made a ruling and we should abide by that ruling because that is the land, you know, that's the law of the land. And he also said that, listen, my wife and I have a friend who's LGBT and they got married and they were invited to the wedding. And he said that his wife was sitting next to him and he said, you know, when we got the invitation, I asked my wife, well, listen, you know, are you going to go or are we going to go? And he said that his wife said to him, well, I don't know about you, but I'm going.
I know that's right.
So, and his wife sat there and she looked at the camera and said, like, yes, you know. And he said that I had to say to myself, listen, these are my friends, regardless of their sexual orientation, regardless if I agree with it or not. These are my friends and I love them. So we both went as a couple to support them. And I really, really admired that about him because here he is a Republican and we all know how Republicans feel about certain issues when it comes to gays. And he said, listen, this is not right. You know, regardless of what party I'm affiliated with, this is not right. And as a Christian, I'm a Christian man. And I just don't know anybody as a Christian that would turn somebody away or deny somebody service because of the lifestyle that they live. That is not what we are about. That is not what our religion is about. And this is why so many people shun away from Christianity because they see certain Christians have that type of attitude and mindset. And when you see people like that have that type of attitude and mindset, those type of Christians don't make it any better for these type of Christians. Just like the Muslims who go around bombing places and blowing up things, that don't make it any better for the good Muslims. Why? Because you have some small-minded people who categorize all Muslims as being terrorists and all Muslims as being mean. Just like you got some small-minded people in the gay community who look at all Christians as being that type of way. You know what I mean? So it's these Christians who feel as though you should not serve people because of their sexual orientation and I have a right because of my religion. Listen, you have a right to do whatever the hell you want to do. But let me tell you something. You're not going to go very far in the kingdom of God. You're just not. Because you're turning away people simply because of their lifestyle that they live. I don't understand how someone being gay is going to stop me from making money. If a gay couple comes to me and say, listen, we getting married, can y'all make us a wedding cake? How is that, why would that even affect you? Make the cake, get your coins, and go the hell on about your day.
Oh, I feel comfortable making 2 male figures on the cake.
Nobody's not telling you to attend the wedding. Nobody's not telling you. Just make it and go the hell on. And the fact that now people are becoming, or not becoming because they've always been ignorant, but the fact that they're showing their ignorance even more now and that bills and stuff are being passed, and it's just sad the way this country is going. And I'm happy that John Kasich said, listen, I don't agree with this. I won't agree with this. And so, yeah. You can't get me to agree with this, and that's the way I feel about it. And I'm happy that he made that stance. It's unfortunate that things like this are happening in our country. And I'm just going to say this. If I was living in Mississippi and in North Carolina and in Georgia or wherever else this stuff is going on at, I would be ashamed to be a resident of those states.
You know, Nathan Dill, he vetoed that bill.
Well, good. Well, any other state that did not veto, I would be ashamed to live in a state where they feel that it's okay to discriminate against people because of their sexual orientation. These people are not asking you to lay up in the bed with them. They're coming to you, and it's crazy because they're coming to you for a service. They're coming to give you money, not for you to give them money. They're coming to give you money, and you're telling them, well, we can't serve you because you're gay. I've never heard of such a thing. That's like me telling somebody, I can't serve you because you cheat on your wife.
Oh, but they won't do that.
Oh, they won't do that. Because they totally dismiss everything else wrongdoings in the Bible. You know what I mean? They cherry pick. Certain people cherry pick what they want to. Well, the Bible said that you're not supposed to do. Yeah, well, the Bible also said you're not supposed to do what you're doing. But you don't hear me walking around waving my Bible and crucifying you, do you? You don't see me, you know what I mean? Yeah. You don't see me doing that. But people like to cherry pick what scriptures they want to read when they trying to get you together about your lifestyle. But don't you dare do that to them about theirs, because then they look at you, well, how dare you? Well, how dare you?
Well, this also ties in with LaPorsha Renae from American Idol, who lost last week. And if you watch the next video, I'll talk a little bit about the Idol finale. LaPorsha Renae, she was asked about, you know, it was just a general interview about her losing Idol and all of that good stuff. And then they asked her about, you know, it was somebody asked her about who she really couldn't comment on, but she was just saying that while she does not agree with the gay lifestyle, this is where the gays went off. It's not a lifestyle; it's the way you live. It's a lifestyle, even though some people might say it's a, you know, it's a poor choice of words. I didn't want to have that battle on Facebook the other night because it's your life. It's not a lifestyle, but. You know, she was just saying she does not agree with it. That's not how she was brought up. That's not how she was raised. And that's not what she believes in. Right. But she said, I will respect my friend. I have plenty of friends, and I respect them. And that's what life is all about. It's about respect. And I did not feel any kind of way with her saying those comments in the interview because she was very respectful, and believe it or not, there are many women in the industry who feel the same way, and they'll still be your cookie crunch girlfriend, but still don't agree with you being gay, and probably won't tell you, or probably won't speak about it because of this kind of backlash that you get. It's just like, I've seen a lot of gays upset, and you know, I'm just not upset about that. Like, I'm not upset with people from different religions. If they have a different religion, okay, and they don't like how to, like, who I praise and I don't like who they praise, I'm not going to say that, you know, be disrespectful to them because we're all human. We all supposed to respect each other. But because of what she said, oh, well, she's going to have a gay fan base anyway. Well, most females have gay fan bases anyway because they're the ones buying the music. If you're not in rap music, that's where the straight male is at. Ain't no straight male buying female music like that. I can't think of any straight male I walk out on this corner and say, what female CD did you buy recently? And maybe I should do that. Go down and tell them, like, what female have you bought? That's not gay.
Or that's not an older female.
Yeah.
But it depends on what straight male you're asking. Because if you're asking an older demographic of straight men, they're going to buy a female, but it'll be like an older female, like a Anita Baker or a Pamela Bell or something like that. You know, those old, but they ain't buying no Rihanna or no Beyonce or no Ciara or, you know, for their liking. No, they'll probably buy it for their kids.
So if you a female that sang, you know, you're gonna always, bitch, I bump into gays all the time at female concerts. Like, it's gays and straight women that's there, or women that's with their boyfriends, and they really don't want to be there. Honestly.
Because let me tell you something. At the Rihanna concert, Rihanna had this, and you know, I always wanted Beyonce to do that. I always wanted Beyonce to do that, but she has not done it yet. Rihanna had this breakdown at her concert where she had her dancers and they started voguing.
Really?
And I mean, they went off on that stage, and I mean, the girls went off in that arena. And there was this couple that was sitting across from me, and it was, you know, a guy and a girl. And when it started happening, you could tell the guy was just like, he was just so displeased, and the girl was like, you know, laughing like, you know, but he was just like over it. But, you know, it was funny that he was over it, that the guys' stuff was voguing, but he was loving Rihanna when she was performing and stuff, this, that, and third, and he was singing along and everything. So I'm like, well, you know, but yeah, you know, it just all depends on who you talk to and whatever the case may be. But yeah,
I think Jennifer Hudson had this kind of hiccup like that a long, long time ago. I just say, as long as she respects the gay community, she will be fine. And I do think that she needs a what you call that? A good somebody that spends. What you call that? Publicist. She needs a great publicist to help her with her choice of words. And just let her know that she should not share all of her opinions. Even if she doesn't agree and that's not how she was brought up, she didn't have to say it that way because then some of the girls will get offended. I think that's her opinion, and I don't think all the gays should be going off about that. Because, you know, people at your church the same way. And I just don't want to get into it. I don't think she meant any harm by what she was saying. So, Ciara, now listen, you my girlfriend and all, but you were very petty yesterday.
Yeah, petty Betty.
And Ciara, this, you know what, this is a good look for you, but see, when you're representing a company and when they have nominees, they want you to say their names. And it's not like you're hosting shows like that all the time. Normally you're in the social media room.
It's not like she's on TV all the time.
No, she's normally reading tweets when she's in the social media room. And I'm glad that this time...
You better throw that shade, Mr. Simmons.
No, that's my
I didn't
girlfriend.
catch that shade. She's normally reading tweets in the social media room. She don't be on the main stage.
And I always used to go off on her.
But I'm trying to figure out, does she have a nickname for her son? Because isn't his name Future?
Yeah. But I guess she could love that Future, but not talk about the baby daddy.
Listen,
Future.
I agree with you. You have a job to do, Ciara. There's a lot of things and a lot of people at my job that I don't care for and I don't like. But when my boss tells me I have to go work with them, I have to put that aside and I have to go work with them. Because I'm there to make money, not to be friends with anybody. All you had to do was say his name and keep it pushing. And then you put Ludacris in an awkward position because he like
Future.
You know, Future, like, come on. Like, he didn't really catch on until he caught on. Like, come on, Ciara, stop being a petty Betty and stop acting like you just got a whole list of jobs lined up knocking on your damn door. Because I know that's not the case, honey. Because if it was, we'd seen you a long time ago on stages and in these TV commercials. No, we see you on the sideline of Russell Wilson's games.
And people get mad at Janet for canceling concerts, but a couple of y'all girls canceling tours because y'all want to go into the studio. So see, I know a couple girls that go on tour and then get on the bus and record in the studio on the bus.
But,
so don't play with me.
But
what?
Ciara is not on the type of level of Janet Jackson.
So what? But
So
you can't be canceling tours.
you can't be canceling tours, but then who's really looking forward to a Ciara album like they would be looking forward to a Janet album?
I mean, I am. I love her music.
But Janet's fan base is 10 times bigger. And Janet is a legend. So more people are going to be looking forward to seeing Janet than they would Ciara. If you did a poll today or tomorrow and people said, well, probably not today, maybe 2 months ago. If you did a poll 2 months ago asking people who would they rather see in concert, Janet or Ciara,
right?
because they would have no choice but to see Ciara now. But if you did a poll 2 months ago asking people who would they rather see, I think the majority of people would say Janet because of who she is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ciara is somebody who's still, after a decade of being in the game, is still trying to find her way. Because every time you think she's found her way to the magical land of Oz, she gets pulled back down to the beginning of the Yellow Brick Road when she meeting the Munchkins. Because I just can't understand for the life of me how Ciara was as big as she was in 2004 and 2005 and allowed Rihanna to just soar above her.
It's all about what
It's
you
just
say.
crazy.
When they say, check your team, boo. What you say?
You got it. You playing for the wrong team. You playing for the wrong team. We know who team Rihanna was playing, and then Rihanna had made sure we knew too at the concert. She told everybody throw those rocks, sign the diamonds.
Oh, really?
Yes, she
On
did.
Shine Bright Like Diamond?
I don't know if it was shine bright like a diamond, but we was throwing them up for a long time. But she said it's the rock in the building. Throw them.
I know that's fucking right.
Okay?
Yeah.
She let it be known, bitch.
I wish I could have went to that show, but it was WrestleMania Sunday. So
Ciara, I don't know what team you want to play for, but you need to find a new team and you need to find them fans. Because after the Billboard Awards, what will you be doing?
and y'all think about that while we get ready for the next video.
Oh, bitch!
What happened?
I just spilled all of this juice.
Oh, you did.
So
But since 2007, I've never paid for a concert and the artist that I paid for canceled. Never happened. So some of us has never had that happen.
well, when you only going to Beyonce shows,
That's not the
what's
only
gonna
person I've seen. If this was such an issue for people the way it is now, then they should have brought it up when she ran back in 2008. You didn't hear anything about it. And you know what's so funny? Because she was ahead of Barack Obama for a while before he started gaining traction.